What's up, everybody? It's your girl, just Tiffany, and I'm back, okay, with another video. And I decided to go ahead and just shoot this video. The power is out of my house because a storm came through and knocked all the power out. So we're sitting here powerless. So I was just like, let me go ahead and sit down and make this video. So excuse the lighting, okay? No ring light, no nothing. Just me and this camera. But I wanted to do this video just basically talking about my bipolar, okay? And excuse my kids, okay, because they're out there and they run around. They don't have nothing else to do right now, literally, okay? So they're gonna have a little fun. But coming on here to talk about my bipolar. Well, let's just start. I was diagnosed with bipolar back in 2009, okay? I was diagnosed right after I had Destiny, okay? By the time I had Destiny, I had already been hospitalized, I think maybe twice, okay? But by the time I got hospitalized the third time, that's when they diagnosed me with bipolar. It was for a while, they thought it was postpartum depression, but then it was like, no, this is not postpartum. All right, we're just going to say it's bipolar. Boom. There it is. Here's your medicine. You got to stay in here for like another week until we figure out if it works. And then we're going to send you home to your family. When I was diagnosed with it, you know, you kind of expect the doctors who are diagnosing you to know what they're talking about. All right, you're going to tell me what's going on with my mood swings and why I'm all over the place. And 1 minute I'm happy-go-lucky, and the next minute I want to sit in the corner cry, and you know what's wrong with me? Okay, because I had no idea. I had no idea. So I took my medicine probably for about 2-3 years after that. I kept taking my medicine. I got switched from one medicine to the next medicine to the next medicine because for some reason wasn't anything controlling my anger. Okay, and they kept trying to get my anger under control because I was a little fireball. Okay, I'd be ready to fight at any point in time. I'd be ready to yank somebody up, jump across the counter, anything, you know, anything like that. I was always on go. And so they were trying to get that under control. When I got pregnant with Harmony, I had to then, of course, get switched on some medicine that will not hurt the fetus. But to be honest, like, I don't like none of that medicine. I don't feel like anybody should be taking while they're pregnant, but I kind of felt like at that moment in time that I had to. I was going through a whole lot when I got pregnant with Harmony, and my mood swings were probably at their worst. Okay, with Jalen, it was okay. Every so often they'll come up, not too bad. Destiny, it got a little bit worse. By the time I hit Harmony, I was full blown cray. Okay. I got hospitalized with Harmony probably like 4 times just off rip, just being pregnant with her 4 times, okay? And not just, oh, you got put into the hospital, you know, on the prenatal wing or whatever you want to call it. No. I mean, I was in lockdown, okay? About 4-5 times. I was in lockdown with other pregnant women that minds were like mine, but I was still in a lockdown facility. And like I said, I was going through a whole lot at the time, and I wasn't really understanding my body. It wasn't till after, you know, really like doing the therapy, because and when you're hospitalized, they make sure you get your therapy. You're doing therapy probably like 2 or 3 times a day. Okay, they got group therapy, then they got your personal therapy, then they got the therapy for this, and then, I mean, you know, it's just therapy all day. And you have your craft therapy, and then you have this other type of therapy. It's like, and you got to talk to so many people throughout the day, get your blood drawn. It's a whole lot. But after like going to the groups and stuff, it's just basically like learning the things that help me stay calm was my biggest thing. And I have like books on this stuff like somewhere from when I was in the hospital. I got all like little drawings and little crafts I put together on learning how to, you know, control my anger and all this stuff like that, and my depressed moods and my, you know, depression states. But I would say a little bit after having Harmony, I realized that I wasn't sure if it was bipolar, to be honest. At that point, I was like, it was just the circumstances around me that was making me just, I could not get a grip on anything because it was just too much stuff happening in my life and too much stuff that had happened in my life when I was a child, and it just carried on with me throughout me being an adult. Then I started realizing that once I control the things or try, because you can't control everything that happens, but once I basically kept my circle at a minimum. You know what I'm saying? I don't like all the foolery, all the craziness. I don't, because that will have my mind going everywhere. It's enough that I'm a mom of 3, because that, if you're not too careful, that'll have your mind going everywhere too. But being on a routine and stuff like that has helped me to be able to control that part of my life. And then learning how to not be so uptight either, because I would be the type, I don't know, I guess it probably came from when I used to live in apartments and my kids would like run around and they would always piss the neighbors off, and I'd be so uptight and high strung. And now that I'm in a house, or I've been in this house for probably like what, 4 years now. But once I got into a house, it was like, you still have that same like, shh, don't make a whole lot of noise. And I'd be so uptight about it. And then it's like, girl, you ain't got no reason to be uptight no more. These kids will run around all they want. Once I got to that point and they was able to run around and just don't break nothing, don't be jumping on nothing, you know, it helped me a lot. I had to then learn how to control the things that I can control, and those things that I cannot control, do not let them control me. You know what I'm saying? That's when I started to do all that. So, I mean, as of currently right now, I am not on any medication for it. I have not been hospitalized for anything in about 3 years, which is really good, because I was going at least at the minimum twice a year years ago. Now I don't even have that problem anymore. I listen to a lot of music, doing things with my kids that is helpful, finding other hobbies and stuff like this YouTube, for instance. All that stuff helps. All that stuff helps me keep my mind together. Now, sometimes I still get into the point where it's like, this is just a hard day today. But then I have to realize, is it a hard day because there is stuff that's going on during the day that is making it hard, or is it just a hard day and you don't know why? That is a very good question to ask yourself whenever you're talking about any kind of mental illness. Is my symptoms that I'm having symptoms because there are terrible things that is happening around me, or terrible things that has happened to me, or am I just going through this and I really just don't know why? Whenever you're able to ask yourself those questions, it'll help you figure out which way you need to go with it. Because, like I said, come to find out, a lot of my stuff was just because things were happening to me. So, like, it was still a reason, but that kind of stuff will throw your body out of whack as well if you don't get, control over it. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't take any meds. I haven't been to the hospital. I just kind of have a small circle, and having people around you that kind of knows and care about you too is really important. Being by yourself can be more of a hurt than a help. A lot of times, even when you don't want to reach out to somebody, I feel like that's the most important time when you actually should reach out to somebody. Because when you're sitting by yourself and you're by yourself with your thoughts, you'll go to not so good places. So I think it's even when you just really just don't feel like being around nobody, That's why you need to have good people around you that'll be like, okay, come on. Or let's go do this, or let's talk about this, or let me just come over there and come sit with you to help you keep your mind off of whatever it is that you got going on. Anyway, that's just my small little bit, okay, about me and this whole bipolar thing. If you guys have any questions, just drop them down in the comment section, okay? And don't forget to thumbs up this video. And I will catch you guys on the next one.